So I was thinking, one of my favorite shows is Friends, and as we all know, the reunion is dropping the same day as our episode drops. And I was thinking about other shows revolving around a group of friends. And one of my favorites that I thought of that I watch is Mom on CBS. I just find that show super funny. The storylines are always great, in my opinion. And it's definitely a great show if you're looking for a good laugh. But I was wondering, what are your favorite shows that have a cast of friends that the show revolves around?
So I'm going to go, I won't say Buffy because I say Buffy for everything. And I feel like for like a show to have an ensemble cast, it's like maybe there's a lead character, but for the most part, all of the characters are kind of equally important.
Yes.
So I'll say, and obviously there was some issues with the finale, but I love How I Met Your Mother. I've seen every episode of that show, and it really reminds me of Friends. And it's not without its issues and stuff. I think it's just so freaking funny. And I mean, it's really the same formula as Friends. That's like 6 friends who all are looking for love and just trying to make it through like their 20s and 30s. And they all hang out at a bar instead of a coffee shop. So yeah, I would say How I Met Your Mother was one of my favorite ensemble cast TV shows. What about you, Alex?
This was kind of hard to think of. There were 2 that came in mind. One's a comedy, New Girl, and then I guess the other one's a comedy too. But I mean, I always talk about superhero shows. So Titan, there's another one that I like with all those, with the Teen Titans, that group. But yeah, New Girl is very similar to Friends. These friends living together, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've never watched Friends, so I'm assuming they all live together. Or
Kinda.
At some point. Okay.
Some of them live together.
Phoebe lived like down the road a little more, but
okay. Yeah, but I would say New Girl, pretty funny. I enjoyed watching it. Yeah, I loved Zoe Deschanel and the whole cast that was there. Definitely enjoyed.
I like New Girl too. I stopped watching it when one of my ships broke up because I take my ships very seriously. But then the ship got back together.
Oh, okay. All right.
I was like, I don't want to spoil it. I mean, New Girl went off air a long time ago. They get back together, so I guess I should probably just finish it at this point. But yeah, I really liked New Girl. I liked Community a lot too. And I think we could throw The Office in there too. It's like...
I mean, they became friends.
Yeah, like Michael Scott is... kind of the main character of The Office, but it's, every single character in that show is important and has their own plot lines, and they all are buddies. And I mean, it's like every character is important in an ensemble cast and has something to contribute. So I think The Office too is pretty good.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that we should start a Pop Culture Junkie sitcom with the 4 of us.
I'm down.
Oh, yeah. I love that. What would be the premise? So do we all live together, or is it like pandemic?
I say we all it'll be like a reality show or something, and we all just go out to bars.
I'll be the one with the newborn trying to get in, but they're like, oh, sorry, that person doesn't have an ID.
That'll be your shtick. The dad, and I'll be the crazy one.
You could be the housewife.
The housewife, yes. The housewife with no children. I'm just like, I'm a stay-at-home dog mom with sarcastic comments and wine. That's me.
Hayley will be the mom of the group.
There you go. And you can be the baby.
Yeah.
The baby. This is going to be hilarious.
Nicole out of trouble.
Coming in hot from the Valley of the Sun.
It's the Pop Culture Junkie podcast.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to a new episode of the Pop Culture Junkie podcast. I am here with my fellow junkies. Introduce yourselves, please.
This is Alex.
I'm Shauna.
And I totally forgot if I introduced myself, but I'm Nicole.
And we're missing Hayley this week. We're missing her. We misplaced her. We sat her down somewhere and then we walked away and we're like, shoot, where'd we put her?
Yeah, I think just being a mom, kids are rubbing off on her. Just going to random places. We have to go fetch her.
We got to go fetch her from some random place. So we're going to go on an expedition after this to go retrieve our Hayley that we misplaced. she'll be back next week.
Yes. We will definitely miss her commentary on this episode, but this week's episode is Friends related, and I'm very, very excited because it's one of my favorite shows ever. It has my girl Jennifer Aniston in it, and I just want to know, did you guys watch Friends growing up? Because I know, not like saying this as an age thing, but it was actually on when you guys were growing up.
It was. Yes, I did watch Friends while it was on TV. Yes, it was on while we were growing up, but I only watched the last 2 seasons on television, and I was in high school. So I would go to my friend Stephanie's house after school, and we would watch Friends together, and we would watch the OC together because those were both on TV at the same point. Totally aging myself. But yeah, I totally watched it while I was on TV. And then, I catch reruns of the earlier seasons. And when it finally got dropped on Netflix, I started from season 1, and I watched 1 and 2 throughout. So, I've seen it here and there, but yes, I watched it when it was actually airing on the television set.
Yeah, I've never, ever watched a single episode of Friends. Nor have I ever wanted to, honestly. I never I don't
totally
know,
fair.
It's just never really caught my attention. I never felt like it was a show that, I don't know, it just never called to me. It didn't feel like it was for me. And so I just never watched it. And I mean, Bree, my partner, she loves Friends, but I mean, it's too many seasons, first of all. And I can't go back to watching a whole sitcom with 20 plus seasons. I don't know how many seasons, but that's how it feels.
Totally understandable. Yeah. Sometimes I hear about shows that are cultural phenomenons. Everyone's like, you have to watch blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, God, how many seasons are there? Because if there's 3, maybe I can squeak that out. But if there's 10, then it ain't happening. Sorry. How did you get into Friends, Nicole? Because it stopped airing in 2004. Yeah, and I was a sophomore in high school. How did you get into it? What were you still in kindergarten? How did you discover this show?
2004, 3. I was 7, so yes, I probably was in kindergarten.
I was totally kidding. Oh my God.
No, I probably was. Kindergarten or first grade. But no, like I said, I'm obsessed with Jennifer Aniston. If anything has anything to do with Jennifer Aniston or Billie Eilish, I'm into it. But I have 2 older sisters, one who will be 30 in a couple weeks, and then one that just turned 27. So they kind of grew up watching it. I don't think they watched it while it was on air, but they always had it on for background noise or when we were going to bed because they would have the reruns on Nick at Night. So that's how I kind of got into it. And then the whole series came out on Netflix. So I watched it from the beginning to the end a few times.
A few times.
Yeah, a few times, I will admit. And I don't know, it's just become one of my favorite shows. It's on Nick at Night still, so I have it on before I go to bed every night. And no matter how many times I could see a certain episode, I will crack up at the jokes every single time.
Nick at Night is kind of how I know that I am entering old age. Because when I was growing up, Nick at Night, they played Happy Days and the Wonder Years. And I loved those shows.
Three's
and now
Company.
They're playing Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I totally feel that.
Friends, I guess.
You always knew it was time to go to bed when MASH came on at Nick at Night. You're like,
exactly.
Oh man, it's late. MASH is on.
But yeah, growing up, I feel like I always compared myself to one of the characters. And obviously, as I just said, I'm obsessed with Jennifer Aniston, so I always wanted to be Rachel Green. But Shauna, since you watched it, who did you always dream about being on the show?
Oh man. I think that Rachel is really every lady's, favorite. She's funny and hot. But honestly, Phoebe is so freaking hilarious.
She is.
She's the one who cracks me up the most. And me and my friends would sing Smelly Cat a lot to each other. And so I would say you want the wardrobe of Rachel, but you want to be as carefree as Phoebe and have the cooking skills of Monica, right?
I literally have a sweatshirt that says that.
Really? Oh my God. And then I always liked, Joey is just so cute and funny and like kind of dumb, but in that endearing. Like he's such a himbo. Like
a himbo? What is that?
A himbo. A himbo is like Thor from the Thor movies is a himbo. Like he's kind of like hot, but he's dumb. Like what's up, ladies? Like, but he's kind of non-threatening too. I don't know.
Okay.
Non-threatening, dumb, hot guy. Himbo.
Makes sense.
Yeah, that's a new one.
You're welcome, guys. You're welcome.
Yeah, I don't have any favorite cast members, obviously. But I hear about these people all the time.
I could see you being Chandler.
All right, so explain. I don't know.
No, you're good. I got you. Chandler is super caring and smart. I think he's smart. I would say you're Ross because you're a dad, but we don't want to do that to you. We don't want to punish you like that.
No.
So
really
you were
punish
not.
me. What happened to Ross?
He's just very, very annoying. He's probably
In
the
the
most
show,
annoying
or
character.
like as like the actor?
In the show.
Okay.
Oh, he's a great actor. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's kind of known as the one who gets married and divorced a lot and
Oh, yeah,
talks
I don't
about
wanna-
dinosaur bones a lot. And yeah,
I like
I mean,
dinosaurs.
Chandler's like really sarcastic, like almost to a fault sometimes, and you're definitely
true.
not. So
Okay, you're a mixture of all three.
there you go.
Cool, whatever that means.
With a little bit of Monica because you can cook.
What are some things that Friends could have done better? Obviously, I mean, all of these shows that came out in the 90s, you look back now sometimes and rewatch it and go, oh, like that didn't age very well. And I definitely think Friends has some of those moments too. Like I can think of Ross and Rachel get a babysitter and it ends up, it's Freddie Prinze Jr. and like Ross doesn't like him because he's a man babysitter and that he cries and he's too sensitive. And I don't know. It's just, there's a lot of kind of like problematic issues around homosexuality being used as a punchline in the joke. Obviously, a little bit of fat phobia going on in there. Like fat people are a punchline. And the most glaring issue, there's an entirely white, like cis straight cast. Like there's not a single person of color in that main cast.
Yeah, but that's part of the reason I never watched it, because like it just I'd like, how do I relate to these people? Like there'll be, I don't know, it didn't catch me. Like I grew up kind of like feeling like a lot of the things that white people did I wasn't allowed to do, and that's kind of just like what life instilled in me growing up at a young age, until like I finally like learned that, you know, I have my own control in my own life. And yeah, so I was like, oh, I can't watch this show. This show isn't about me. Like I can't do things that white people do. So why am I gonna even watch this? But it sounds like there was like cameos there, like Freddie Prinze Jr. Is that like, that sounds like he was young at that time. Are there other like cameos or other people that came in?
Yeah. There's a ton of cameos in Friends, like Brad Pitt, because him and Jennifer Aniston were together during
is that
the filming.
when it happened?
Well, they were together during the airing of this episode, but he plays like a guy from high school or elementary school that used to bully her. Remember, Nicole?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Him and Ross both bullied her, and Ross was the one who had a huge crush on her.
And looking back, that's a super like transphobic episode when you really think about it. Like they make fun of her for having a penis when she doesn't.
Were there ever any black actors as coming in as cameos?
Aisha Tyler was a pretty main cast member for those final. I think it was either the final season or the one before the final season, but she ends up playing Ross / Joey's love interest.
Oh, so they added a black person towards the end of the show.
Yeah, I'm like, we need a black person. Put her in there. Yeah, basically. But yeah, Tom Selleck was in there. Paul Rudd played Phoebe's boyfriend. Reese Witherspoon was Rachel's sister.
Yeah, I think it's funny that you mentioned the whole like transphobic stuff, because I feel like they kind of did a good job with the time being that it was in the late 90s, early 2000s, them talking about Carol and Susan's relationship.
Yeah, that's true.
They brought like LGBTQ into light, kind of, I feel like, when other TV shows at the time didn't. So
that is true.
To put you up to speed, Alex, Ross, in the very, very beginning, season 1, like episode 1, was married to someone named Carol, but then she came out and told him, hey, like, I'm into women but I'm also pregnant with your kid, but I'm going to divorce you and go and date this woman named Susan.
Yeah.
So like, I kind of feel like they did a good job with that, kind of putting that stuff into light early on. But then again, they kind of contradicted it throughout the show too with certain comments that they make, not towards Susan and Carol's relationship, but to other people.
No, you're totally right. Yeah. Like they do kind of portray the two of them as a stable, loving, like successful couple, which I really do like. But yeah, like, I mean, it's any show that you, or even movies. Like, God, I watched Ace Ventura a couple months ago, and like I hadn't seen it in years. That movie is so problematic.
Oh my God.
Oh my
that's right.
God. Like it's so transphobic and like
So
homophobic. And my husband and I were just shocked that we didn't remember that from the movie. But then you rewatch it now and you're like, that's horrifying that we laughed at all of that. And that's a classic movie. But no, I agree that, you know, Friends did have its moments where it was progressive and that it showed genuine friendships, I feel like. Yeah. So what did it do right? What are your favorite parts about it, Nicole?
Definitely that. I also think it did a very good job of showing like real life situations. It wasn't so, I mean, obviously it was scripted, but you know what I mean? It wasn't like a lot of people can relate to the situations that they were going through, whether it was someone was short on cash, like half of the friends didn't have good jobs and the other half did, because I remember
I love
a certain
that episode.
where,
Yeah,
exactly. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And then just like all like relationships, not everyone's relationships always worked out and stuff like that. So I feel like they did a good job with actually relating to their viewers' personal lives as well.
Yeah, I agree. Like it showed, and you could tell that the cast had really good chemistry with each other and were genuinely friends.
Yes.
What I think, I mean, I do agree that it showed a lot of, you know, real life situations, breakups and marriage and divorce and childbirth and stuff. But at the same time, it kind of reminds me of Sex and the City, where these people are all like outrageously wealthy. They live in this like Manhattan apartment and it's freaking huge. And I'm like, okay, so Monica's a chef. Like, how do these people afford this?
Well, it's her grandmother's apartment.
Oh,
it's not
shoot.
hers.
You got me there.
That's how she got it.
There.
That's why she has to keep it low key or else she'll get kicked out.
I'm always just like, this is ridiculous. Yeah, Sex and the City, they're just outrageously rich is what I guess I was kind of relating it to. And very white, too. So there you go.
True.
I guess I could have related to that because I had a friend that was kind of staying in her mom's like extra apartment and we like had to keep it on the down low. And we would party there every single weekend.
Yes.
It was a good time. I was also 19.
It's like, do you still have it? Do you still have it? We're all in like our 20s and 30s with married with kids. Let's go party.
That's where our pop culture show is going to be set. That apartment.
And a secret apartment that we go to party. Absolutely. What have some of the Friends cast members been up to since the show ended? Why don't you spill on your girl Jennifer Aniston, Nicole?
Okay. I have a new People Friends magazine right here. So,
oh, yes.
You are
I just gotta go
Friends
through it
fanatic.
Look at their interviews.
For real.
But no, I know Jennifer Aniston off the top of my head. So yes, Jen Aniston has been in tons of movies. Some I would say of her most successful have been Just Go With It, with Adam Sandler, We're the Millers.
Oh, I love that movie.
Office, Christmas Party.
The Breakup.
Yes, The Breakup. Oh my God, Vince Vaughn and her. Such a great movie. Cake, which is on Netflix. Very good movie if you have not seen it. And if it's still on there, I highly recommend. It's a different side of acting that she's done.
So she's pretty much, is she the only one that kind of like went off to like the big screen, or did anybody else like, you know, find a career?
They all
in
did here and there, but no one has been, I feel like, as successful as her off the show.
Yeah. David Schwimmer has gone on to star in a few things. He was in The People versus O.J. Simpson, I think, 2 years ago or so. And he played the Kardashian dad, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And so that was pretty successful. Courtney Cox has been in, you know, all of the what was it, Scream movies.
Yeah.
She's definitely known for those. She was in Cougar Town. She directed her first feature film in 2014. So she's definitely had a pretty good
she's even been
career,
directing.
too.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Lisa Kudrow was in The Comeback, Web Therapy, and The Girl on the Train. She's definitely been in a lot of movies here and there. I always love seeing her pop up in things. I always get happy. Like, oh, it's Lisa Kudrow. Like, she's just so sassy and smart and sarcastic, and just I love her. She's great. Matt LeBlanc tried to do the Joey Show. Have you ever watched the Joey Show, Nicole?
No, I've never even heard of it.
Oh my God. Okay,
is this based off of Friends? This is the same person that played Joey in Friends?
Exactly. Yep. So after Friends ended, they tried to spin off Joey from Friends, and it lasted like 2 seasons, but it was not like, it wasn't it at all. It was not. It's like that little blip on the radar that people kind of forget existed. So, but he's been in a few, TV shows here and there.
Has there been one of the characters that like kind of fell off like worse than the other cast members?
Yeah, I want to talk about Matthew Perry, Nicole.
Sure. So as we all know, Matthew Perry, during like 4 seasons of filming on Friends, has come out and said he remembers absolutely none of it because he was so heavily on drugs that he doesn't remember filming, just remembers
blackout.
Yeah. So I believe he's been dealing with that type of issue. He was on like Broadway and doing like stuff like that after Friends, I believe, but he wasn't really on the big screen.
He was in a few things. Like I remember seeing him in 17 Again, the whole 9 yards. He pops up here and there, but I definitely think that he's had a pretty troubled just a life. I mean, he's just kind of struggled with addiction a lot. Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of shows that have that kind of person, unfortunately.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And that's Matthew Perry on that show. It does seem like from the trailer for the reunion anyway, that they've all really stayed in contact and they've stayed friends throughout the years, especially the women. Like they made it seem like, Jennifer Aniston and Courtney Cox are totally like hanging out and actually are friends. So I like that, and it's like in Sex and the City, I know I already mentioned that, but like those girls are not friends in real life. I shouldn't call them girls. They're all like 50-something-year-old women. They are not friends in real life. Like
do they hate each other? Kind of like not friends?
Kind of. Like,
wow, catty.
Yeah. Like, the lady who played Samantha is not going to be in the reboot because she just doesn't get along with the rest of the cast. Like, yeah, they all are kind of known as like faking their friendship for the screen.
Okay, everybody's coming back for the reunion episode.
Yeah.
For Friends, yep. Every single person, yep. Hopefully some like side characters come back or at least pop up and, have some time on screen too. I think they said, showed like Janice popping in there.
Yeah,
so.
I believe so.
I thought the reunion episode had already like came out, but I guess I was just confusing it with some sort of interview or something. I thought that was
the reunion episode isn't going to be like a new episode of Friends. It is basically like kind of like the Fresh Prince reunion where the whole cast gets back together.
I see.
It's going to be on HBO Max. They're going to be, talking and laughing and all that good stuff. But
okay, so I just saw previews. Of that.
The trailer that you saw was like the trailer for the reunion special.
Yeah, see, that's how much I care about Friends.
That's how cool you're keeping up, man.
Hi, I'm Hayley the Brave, teacher and mom by day, cosplayer and pop culture junkie by, well, also by day. I'm obsessed with all things fandom and I love to talk about it. So join me and some of my friends as we geek out about TV, movies, music, and all the awesome things that make life worth living. Listen to my podcast, 30, Nerdy, and Thriving, available now on all major streaming platforms.
We are actually going to the Alamo Drafthouse and doing a Friends trivia night, which I'm very excited for, and I believe we will win it with our knowledge on the show. But with that being said, we want to play a little game of Friends trivia ourselves to prepare for the big event that we are going to.
Man,
so,
Alex, kick my butt.
Do you want to kick us off? I know.
Yeah.
It's okay.
That's good.
This will refresh our memories.
She's like, I know I'm going to, Shauna. Don't even worry.
We are going to win this. With me, you, and Hayley, and Alex, we got this.
Alex will be the support.
I'll just be in my like tutu and like my pong-pongs. Yeah. I'll be the cheerleader.
We should mention, too, that this will be the first time that the four of us friends will be in the same room physically at the same time. So I'm really excited. Even if, like, Alex doesn't know, like, crap about Friends and, like, I'm just happy that we all get to hang out with each other.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I suck at every trivia ever. Like, I'm not good at any sort of trivia. I don't know.
I am so good at trivia. I'm going to toot my own horn right now. I know so much useless pop culture knowledge, and I am the reigning champion because they haven't had another contest of Buffy trivia at the Alamo Drafthouse. So, you know. But yeah, it'll be June 2nd. We'll be there playing Friends trivia. So come by and say hi if y'all are listening and want to actually meet your junkies in real life. But yeah, kick us off, Alex. Let's do some trivia to get us ready.
All right. So I kind of just put together a little TV, a little game show.
Okay.
Welcome to Pop Culture Junkie Podcast's newest game show, Are We Friends? Where contestants face off answering 90s sitcom Friends trivia. Oh my God, I love you too. All right, so now getting to our contestants. Hailing in strong from the Windy City, Nicole Eldridge. Oh my God, Nicole, you're so awesome.
I'll do autographs after the show.
You heard that, folks. And representing the Valley of the Sun, Arizona's hometown hero, Shauna Trinidad. Yeah!
Trinidad.
Sign my chest. Hey, okay, sir. Put your clothes back on. We're still in the pandemic. Anyway, the rules are simple. We will take turns answering questions, and if your question is wrong, your opponent has the option of stealing the point or going straight to the next question. The winner will be crowned captain of next week's live Friends trivia on Wednesday, June 2nd at the Alamo Drafthouse in Tempe.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
Any questions? You guys get the rules?
Someone's going to buy us the winner a drink too, right? I think that was, and there was a check. Was there a check? Okay. No, go ahead.
Just look under your seat.
Oh my God. Okay,
everybody gets it. Okay. All right. So I'm thinking because Shauna has home field advantage, we'll let her choose who goes first.
I'm going to let Nicole go first.
All right. Okay. It's a little bit of sportsmanship there. Okay. So are we ready? Again, any questions? We're done. Okay. All right. So the first question is Ross's first wife, Carol, leaves him for who?
Susan. Do I have to give the first and last name or just the first?
No, I think that's good. I will accept that. Ding, 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 ding.
Perfect.
Ding.
Awesome.
Yes, it is Susan Bunch. If I knew more about the show, I'd go into detail. All right. Okay, next question. Shauna. What ingredient did Rachel mistakenly put in her Thanksgiving trifle?
Beef.
Hold on, did I read that right?
Yes, you did. Beef? I think it's beef.
Ding, 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 ding. Yes. Rachel put beef in her Thanksgiving trifle. I have no idea what a trifle is. What is that, a pie?
It's like a layered thing that's supposed to be a dessert, but the pages stuck together. It's a plot. It's a thing.
Okay. Well, it looks like right now we're tied. You guys actually really do know your Friends trivia. So, all right, this is going to be quite the competition. All right, next question. Nicole, what is the name of Chandler's father's Las Vegas all-male burlesque?
Viva Las Vegas.
Whoop, 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 ding, 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 ding. Yes. Yo, you got some competition here, Shauna.
No, I didn't know that one. But I want to go to Viva Las Vegas right now. That sounds fabulous.
All right. So next question. Shauna, who were on a break? Quotation mark.
Ross and Rachel.
Okay. Ding, 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 ding. See, I don't know the difficulty level of these questions, but it seems like you guys are big fans. This is all hard for me. Okay, we're still tied, everyone. Okay, so next question, Nicole. What does Phoebe legally change her name to after her wedding?
Princess Consuelo Banana Hammock.
Oh my God. How can wait, hold on. Now I have questions. Ding 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 ding, by the way. What? So
Princess Consuelo Banana Hammock.
Did she marry a banana hammock?
No, so she didn't know that you can legally just go to the courthouse and change your name. And she's like, ooh, I'm going to have fun with this one. So she's like, I'm Princess Consuelo Banana Hammock. And then her husband's like, do you know what a banana hammock is? And she goes, nope. And he's like, it's a Speedo. And she's like, oh my God.
Oh, really? I didn't know that too. Okay. Well, you guys have been answering the questions correct. So Shauna will now ask you the next question.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to scroll here and see. All right. I hope this is a tough one. Phoebe's grandmother said she got her cookie recipe from her grandmother named.
Oh, God. Fluffy. I have no idea.
Ooh, that is wrong. And now, Nicole, you have the option of stealing that answer and gaining her point, or just moving on to the next question.
I would like to steal.
Okay.
Ooh.
Phoebe's grandmother said she got her cookie recipe from her grandmother named
Nestle Toolhouse.
Ding, 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 ding. Yes, these people are so random.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
That's literally the brand of a cookie dough.
Yeah.
And it's so funny.
So obviously, like,
I love that.
their like characters are kind of based off of their own generational like family members, because it sounds like they're just as silly. Okay, so that brings Nicole ahead. Now, you did steal that question, and so we're going to go and continue on with you, so you can double up.
Okay.
All right, Nicole. Ross created a comic book called what? All right, I'm going to give you another few seconds.
Oh, God, I don't know.
Ooh,
It's Ross,
Shauna?
I don't care.
Shauna, would you like to steal the question?
I'm going to say his comic book was The Adventures of the Great Jewish Armadillo.
Wrong. Sorry. Both of you have the
That's a great
incorrect
guess.
answer. But yeah, it was almost there, I guess. The answer was actually Science Boy.
Oh, we should have. That was easy.
Yeah, actually, I used to call myself that when I was like in third grade.
Oh, man.
I used to want to be a paleontologist.
Nerd.
All right, so I think we're still tied up here.
No, Nicole's ahead.
Oh, Nicole is ahead. Thank you, Shauna, for keeping track of your
I'm a
opponent.
lead. I'm in the lead. It's me. Totally.
Okay, so Shauna, next question. What are the names of the triplets Phoebe gives birth to?
Phoebe, Phoebe, and Fobby.
Sorry. But probably just as ridiculous. Nicole, would you like to steal the question?
No.
Okay.
I only know one name.
The answer was Frank Jr. Jr., Leslie, and Chandler.
Yeah, I knew Chandler. I didn't know the other two.
She names a baby Chandler. That's so cute.
Yeah, because they thought it was a boy.
Oh, it's a
But
girl.
it's a girl.
Oh, so they're all girls, all the triplets?
No, Frank Jr. Jr. is a boy. Leslie and Chandler are girls.
Okay.
I think that
All right.
girls with boys' names are usually really hot, though. So good for Chandler.
Okay, so then Nicole skipped the option to steal the question. So we're going to the next question. Monica and Chandler first got together where?
They first get together in Paris.
Ooh, sorry. Shauna, do you want to steal the question?
I thought it was at Ross's wedding.
They first get together in a bathroom.
I know where it is.
Oh, but where was this bathroom located on a map?
It was in New York.
Sorry,
I know
the
it.
answer
Can I
was...
steal it?
Sorry, you already got it
steal
wrong.
her own
You
question?
cheater.
I know it now. I'm so stupid.
Where was it?
London.
Yeah.
So you
I
were
was
close,
thinking
Nicole.
Paris because, there's another reference
Yeah,
to
it's Europe.
Paris that I got.
Was it a bathroom in London?
No,
I just
it
thought
was
a
just,
bathroom.
it was in a
Okay,
bed.
so-
It's a hotel room.
Okay. All right. So we're going to do 2 more questions. Right now, Nicole, you're still in the lead. Shauna, you're up next.
I'm ready.
What kind of plastic surgery did Rachel have?
A nose job.
Ding, 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 ding. Yes. All right. Okay. All right. We're getting close. We're getting close here. All right. So we have one more question. And this one is for Nicole. Okay. So Monica could not tell time until what age?
14.
Sorry, Shauna, would you
Oh,
like to
no.
steal this point? If you steal it and get it correct, you could tie the game, and then we'll go on to our death match.
13.
Ding, 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 ding. Oh my God. First time in pop culture podcast history, game show history. Oh my God, we have a tie.
Things are getting crazy.
Things are getting crazy. Now, you guys tied up, and we're in the death match. Nobody will actually die, so don't worry.
I'm not ready to die.
God.
I'm so young.
True or false? Rachel kissed all of her friends, male and female, on the show.
Shauna.
True.
Nicole, oh fudge.
Shauna.
True.
Ding, 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 ding. Oh my God. Shauna, we are our first champion of Pop Culture Junkie Podcast's game show. Are we friends?
Oh, no.
We are no longer friends after that,
We're not
Shauna.
friends anymore.
I'm just kidding.
All right. You have been awarded the pleasure and the responsibility of being captain for next week's trivia at Alamo Drafthouse in Tempe. Remember, June 2nd.
Oh, I will try to wear this crown well. Nicole, you are a worthy opponent, and
Thanks.
you're probably going to kick my ass during trivia. So
That's okay.
We'll be on the same team this time.
this
Yeah,
is true.
sure.
We're on the same team. Yep. Oh, wow. What a comeback, man.
Yeah, that was
like,
a big comeback. All right. Well, thank you,
Yes.
folks. And that was Pop Culture Junkies game show. Are we friends?
All right. Well, congratulations, Shauna. Well deserved. Well deserved. Probably out of luck, but we won't go there.
Thank you.
I'm
Thank
just
you.
kidding.
Totally. It was
Just
kind of
kidding.
luck. It was a mix
No.
of talent and luck, which is kind of how I've made it to 32 years old. Just talent, luck. Yeah, whatever.
That's okay. I feel like with both of our knowledge plus Hayley, who's also very smart in the friends realm, we will be very good at trivia.
Mhm.
But that being said, we have to say goodbye for this week. And where can the people find you?
You can find me, Alex, at ALCASNUN, short for Alexander Castillo Nunez, on Instagram and Twitter.
And you can find me at Shauna Trinidad on Instagram and Twitter, ShaunaTrinidad.
And you can find me, Nicole, on Instagram and TikTok at Nicole_Eldridge and Twitter at NALGeorge14. And you can find the podcast. Obviously, if you're listening to it, you have already found it. Congratulations. But you can find us, the Pop Culture Junkies, on Twitter at Pop Junkies, Instagram at pop.culturejunkies. And you can go on our website, popculturejunkie.com, where you can find the rest of our links and buy some merch. You can download and subscribe and review our podcast. That would help us out a ton. And let us know what else you want us to talk about. If there's anything big happening in the reality, wow, I'm too into myself right now, sorry. In the entertainment world.
Scripted, unscripted, all of the above, all that good stuff.
All right. Until next week, we'll be there for you.
Pop Culture Junkie is a production of Pop Culture Entertainment Group. All rights reserved.